What is up, comic fans? Welcome to the Legion of Comics. It's Tuesday. That means it's new DC Day. If you are one of the lucky enough ones to be able to pick up your books on the day they release, if you're the unfortunate one, your comic book shop is holding them hostage 24 more hours. But either way, we're going to preview and talk about some of the stuff that's dropping this week. We're not going to be doing any spoilers today, so don't get ran off by that. And we'll also draw for the weekly giveaway winner. But before we do any of that, check this out. Shout out to the channel sponsor, Big Time Collectibles. Be sure to check them out at their website or follow them on social media so that you don't miss out on any of the exclusive drops. And if you need anything cleaned or pressed, hit up our friend Justin on Instagram. Be sure to let him know you found him via the channel or hit him with that promo code We Are Legion and take advantage of the special offer for viewers of the channel. Also, the link to Pop's Attic is down in the description if you want to buy any books. Some great deals over there always. So let's get into it. Let's start off, as always, by saying hello to the chat. As you see, we're starting a little bit early today just because the kids aren't here. I have a little window of opportunity. The wife's laying down taking a nap. I've been sitting there, instead of reading comics, watching the Avatar that just released today on digital. I've also got that brand new Batman movie to discuss after I get a chance to watch it. Hopefully, I'll be doing that this weekend on At Week's End if I'm able to pull off that show. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's say hey to the chat. Las Cruces 1971 was the first one in. Hooray. What is going on, my friend? Hope you're doing good. Izzyverse, what's up, brother? He just put up a lot of really good content on Instagram and YouTube recently here. He hit multiple conventions up this past weekend. Ready for new DC books this week. I'll be at my LCS later today to get some. Hell yeah. I'm glad that they release them when they're supposed to be. Hello from New Mexico. Wheelchair Superhero 87. I just sent your winning from last week's new DC Day out in the mail today. So that's on the way to you, my friend. Brian LCS, what is going on, brother? There's Brian. That means spread the word. The Comic Book Community Awards. Follow it on Instagram. Stay in the know. Nominate your favorite content creators here on the YouTubes. It's a great way to have fun and recognize some channels as well as introduce people to new channels. And the whole award show is just a fun party event with all kinds of sketches and comedy segments and all kinds of stuff. Just a fun thing that Brian puts on. Be sure to follow it on Instagram to keep up with all the details with it and everything. And always remember, it's literally open to any and all people. Anybody in the world can vote. You can vote for anybody that fits the description of the categories. Brother John's Comics, what is going on, brother? Throw in those custom emojis. I love seeing those things. If you're a channel member, you get access to the custom emojis. They don't show up on the StreamYard side, but they show up on the YouTube side. Blue Hellion Comics, what is going on, Dan? Hope you're doing good today. What's good, brothers and sisters? We got PSN Green Hulk strip in the building. What is happening? Hulk smash. Yeah, that reminds me. If y'all didn't check out the video I posted Monday, I did a video on the Incredible Hulk and the different colors that he's been over the years and what those colors are, what they mean, all that good stuff. All that good stuff. It was a fun video to make. There was, I think there was one in there. Yeah, the yellow one or orange, whatever. That was a new one to me. I was not aware of that one. William Wilson, what is going on? Hashtag We Are Legion. No, Brian. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, really appreciate what you do. I've been telling people who seem to take it serious. I've been reminding them that last year Brian kicked off the award show wearing nothing but a robe and a chain like he's a Greek gangster lip syncing to Mark Ribble. So that's a good metric of how serious you should take it. The Greek gangster, Brian. Couching and slouching with C-Bizzle. What is going on, brother? No, you're not late. I'm early. We're still technically not even. I set it for 2 o'clock and went ahead and started it. I got these new books. My mom has my kids for right now. My oldest will be getting here in a couple of hours. The wife's taking a nap. And instead of reading, I've been sitting there watching Avatar, The Way of Water, that just released on digital today. And I got to tell y'all, it looks even better at home if you have like a good 4K setup and all that. Like, it is insane how it looks, how noticeably different it is with the VFX quality than everything else I've ever seen in my life. It's pretty wild. Gary Woods, what is going on? Hope you're doing good today. People saying the hellos, the hellos, the hellos, more of the hellos. Loader's Empire, what is happening? There's those custom emojis. Hell yeah. Hey, Mark, I'm at the LCS right now getting my books. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, I'm glad that you have an LCS that releases them and doesn't hold them back an extra 24 hours. I know a lot of places do that. I mean, every shop does different for different reasons. What's good for one might not be as good for the rest of them. But yeah, I'm glad that my shop releases them early. I know the DC books show up like on Wednesday or Thursday, scheduled to release the following Tuesday. So they have so many days to work them and get them prepped and ready. They're just always ahead of the curve with the DC stuff. I know different areas shipping is different as well, but my area has fantastic lunar distribution here. Works out great for me because that's like 80-90% of my pool. And it's about to get even higher too. DC's really expanding their catalog this year with this whole Dawn of DC initiative. And they have a lot of titles that are kicking off. Hawk Girl's coming, where we'll end up with 2 Green Lanterns. You got a brand new Captain Marvel comic coming. So I'm going to end up probably trimming some of the other stuff that I pick up just to kind of have something to read kind of thing. So I'm going to get a little more picky with the stuff. If it doesn't bring me great happiness, if I don't look forward to buying it, if it's one of those things, I'm like, yeah, I'll read it when I get to it kind of thing. It's no reason to be taking up room in my long boxes, no reason to be taking money out of my wallet. So there'll be plenty of stuff that I'll be more excited about than those other titles. I think I'm going to drop Blue Book. I think I'm going to drop Last Run in the Lost Years because I'm already picking up the Jang covers for that, so I can just read those if I want to. I really enjoyed the first issue. I'm still behind on the second issue from last week, so we'll see. I'm going to have to trim down the pull list, though. It's going to get huge. Is Waller versus Wildstorm magazine size? It is. It's prestige format, which fit into a standard magazine size bag and board and magazine box. It's. Let me tell you, you're going to be happy that it is once you open it, man. That artwork on the inside is amazing. It's like a 90s comics wet dream done in the style of like a 1970s, early 80s men's adventure flick. Like, dude, it's wicked. It's super wicked, and the cast of characters in it is wild. Flo Dameron is in the building. What is going on, Flo? Canadian survivalist, how are you doing today? Good day. And congratulations on your win during the 2,000 subscriber celebration the other day, last week, whatever it was. It's all blurring together. What's up, No One Avatar fan? No, what's up, number one Avatar fan? Yeah, I'm definitely not, man. There's some wild ones out there. I'm not saying that in a negative way. I'm saying like the level in which they dive into the world and all that stuff. Like I enjoy it. I love just like the expanded world of it all and everything. It's super fun. And yeah, I like the toys. So I'm a big toy guy. Those toys are fantastic. But yeah, I'm definitely a fan of it. Definitely. But I wouldn't dare try to pretend like I'm the number one fan. Probably in our neck of the woods, I can see that. Definitely on the number one fan on this chat right now for sure. Boom. Hulk, smash that like button, everybody. If you haven't hit it already, be sure to do so. Shop for Comics, what is going on? And yeah, shout out Kyle, Wheelchair Superhero 87. I don't know if you know because you're not on Instagram, but Shop for Comics has been doing a comic community project for the people that are frequent in the chats and on channels and stuff like that. He's been drawing people as superheroes because he is an artist, and he drew one up of you. I let him know that you were on Facebook. I gave him your name so that he can try to look you up on there. So be on the lookout. I don't know if he's going to reach out to you that way. If not, I'll just send you the drawing that he did and everything for it. But yeah, it's super cool. It's super cool. Derek Kane is in the building. What is happening? Another channel member. Let's see. I had Waller versus Wildstorm to my pool list already. Can't wait to read it. Yeah, dude, it's going to be wild. I haven't read it yet. I've flipped through some of the pages, and I was taken aback by how cool this thing looks. Like it is next level. It's like a gang of 90s image characters somehow. I mean, obviously they're all under the Wildstorm imprint, but man, the team, it's almost like they made a Suicide Squad of Wildstorm characters, dude. This is going to be nuts. It's going to be nuts. I cannot wait. Absolutely. I appreciate you. What's the art over your left shoulder? This one? I mean, you can see what that is. That's the first appearance of Avatar, the Superman gold foil. And that is the Incredible Hulk done by John Jang, signed by Mr. John Jang when I went and met him. I think that's the one you're talking about. Couch and slouching with C Bizzle. My man, good to see you. Okay, thanks, Mark. I am on now. Yes, I tried to find you, but I couldn't find you. Yeah, Mark, it's me. Yeah, I'll link y'all up, man. No worries at all. When I hop off here, I'll link his page and send it to you directly. Hello, my beautiful homies at work, but here rocking. Durs, I was so close to calling you earlier today, man. I was like this close to calling you because of our conversation we had a couple months ago about the level of realism with video game special effects versus what they can create for silver screen films. I feel like movies have always been ahead of video games, and that margin has gotten smaller and smaller. And then today, when I actually saw the peak pinnacle of VFX in movies on a home theater system with like the whole 4K and all of that kind of stuff, I'm like, that's nuts. I've never seen anything that looks like this, especially that built-in high frame rate and high dynamic range for the colors and stuff. It's wild, man. Definitely won that Oscar this year. Art, not book. That is the John Jang Incredible Hulk piece. Hey, I hope all is well. Brother John is always well. Even on his worst days, he's super well. Swell is how I would describe it. I thought it might be Swamp Thing. No, Swamp Thing's over here. His first appearance in McFarlane figure. I need to get some Swamp Thing pieces. I've got Etrigan pieces, and I do have one Swamp Thing piece here that was done by Kevin Badina in an art card size. Love me some Swamp Thing. Love me some Swamp Thing. Boom, we got over 20 rolling in at this point, so we can go ahead and start looking at some books. Could have been Creature from the Black Lagoon, too. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. Dude, Finn loves the Creature from the Black Lagoon. And for those that don't know, the actor, one of the more famous actors who played him, God, I don't know, it might have been the original actor, not too long ago passed away. And because Finn's such a big fan of the original black and white Creature of the Black Lagoon, when me and Pop saw that information, we elected to make sure we do not mention that to Finn. Like, Finn can tell you the whole breakdown of the suit that the creature wore, how it could actually go underwater, and how there's the custom-made breathing apparatus built into it so that he can stay down for filming periods of time. It was really cool. Bro, I was about to call you the other day as well. Never hesitate. Never hesitate. Just know if you call me right now, I'm not going to answer. The Unreal Engine 5 drop with the MetaHuman showcase, absolutely jaw-dropping. I would have to watch some of that stuff on my TV and not just like a phone. Phones are only capable of so much, and stuff looks good. But, yeah, I'm just going to call you later. I don't want to go into a rabbit hole of me and you talking about visual effects right now. Good afternoon, Trev. The shipping guru is in the building. Norin Rad, what is happening? Look at that. Jang Gang, absolutely. That Jang Gang emoji. Doom, 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 doom. Chop and Drop is in the building. Chop, I also shipped off your package today from your win. I shipped off a bunch of stuff today at the post office. So if you won anything on the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, or Kyle, who won last Tuesday on the weekly new DC Day giveaway, all that shipped out today. I got tracking numbers here I can send everybody if you need them, or I'll send them to you anyways. I normally don't send them. I just keep these until people say stuff shows up. I always forget to send them, but I realize when I have trash sitting here that I can throw it away now. Mark, Durs, Aaron, Scott, Chop, Brian, Kyle, C. Bizzle, John, Chop, boom. Good afternoon, Kyle. How are you today? The promiscuous time travelers here, everybody. Hello, Kyle. You have to talk in a soft voice for Kyle. He's soft-spoken as well. I'm free around 5, LOL. Gary Wood says, I knew Clint Eastwood played the creature in Creature from the Black Lagoon. Jesus. Scroll down. TM Nerdy's in the building. What is up, brother? Dude, I had an absolute blast. If y'all missed this past Sundays at Weeksin, myself, Sector 2815, TM Nerdy, and Flash by Night Comics were all on there. We did a deep dive into the Superman and Lois show, as well as that highly controversial Gotham Knights show. It's been the first time on that show that I actually had a full panel of people that have actually watched the Superman and Lois since it started. Dude, it was a treat to kind of actually talk in depth on that show. That show does not get nearly enough attention. It doesn't get enough credit. Not enough people are talking about it. Even there, I know a lot of people that watch it, but you don't see a lot of it like being talked about on YouTube, at least in this little sphere that I'm in. So that was a blast. That show is phenomenal. Scrolling. People with the hellos, people with the haze, all that stuff. So let's get into it. Books. First up, we'll show what we'll be giving away today. A big shout out to TM Nerdy. He showed me that he had ordered a copy of this, so it caught my attention when I was at the LCS. I'm like, this is a great cover to give away today. So we're going with the brand new series, Unstoppable Doom Patrol. That's right. Doom Patrol has their own ongoing series again. I believe it's listed as an ongoing, at least for now. So it's Unstoppable Doom Patrol, issue number 1. This is the variant cover. I believe it's the B cover. It might be the W cover. Who knows? But it's by Nathan Zerdy, and it's, boom, right there, Rita, all full size, sitting in the water with the boats just sitting there staring at her. Just such a cool cover. Shows the perspective. It's a Nathan Zerdy cover, so I'm actually really surprised she has her clothes on, because that's not normally his style. But he's really good at drawing the ladies. Does a good job. They always have that kind of cartoony look to them, which looks pretty cool. But yeah, I like this, how the background is kind of like out of focus and give me the whole perspective of her size and everything. Super cool. Super duper cool. So we'll be giving that away today to one lucky winner. And we'll stick that over here. So let's go ahead and kick it off with the books that I picked up. Again, we're not doing spoilers today. No spoilers. We're just going to be looking at what's come out, talking about what I'm excited about it. If I am excited about it, we'll see. DC Time Boys, absolutely. Doom Patrol, Superman and Lois on HBO. Yeah, I do believe. I don't know if they have. I know it doesn't. They don't put it up there as it's airing, so they should have at least. I know they have at least one season, because Remy, Nick, DJ, they're watching it over there on HBO now. Not this very second, but they were going to play catch up, and I know that they had season 1 on there at least. We're only up to season 3 is what's airing right now on television. We got season 3 and 2 episodes are out. Let me look at HBO Max right here. So on HBO Max, as of right now, they got season 1 and 2. So you could pretty much like binge watch it. And if you have the CW app, which is free, if you don't have CW on your television, the CW app is free, but they don't have like a big back catalog. You kind of got to stay semi caught up to be able to keep up with it on that app. They don't keep like tons of stuff. Like after a few weeks, they start falling off. But yeah, DC Time indeed. Zerdy. Raquel Browning played the original creature from the Black Lagoon. I wonder if that's the actor who passed away. I don't know the person's name. I just saw where the actor who portrayed the creature, and I don't know if it was the original or not, though. But yeah, Finn loves that. Which one was it where he puts on, when he comes out of the water and he puts on like the trench coat and stuff? That's why I love the Rob Zombie Monsters movie that they just did recently. It was crazy weird, but when the creature showed up in like the trench coat, he was sold. I love Superman, although it's the best show. Yeah, it's ridiculously good. It's crazy, and I can't stress it enough. It is not Arrowverse. It has nothing to do with the Flash or Batwoman or Green Arrow. It's its own thing. Despite the fact that it has the same actor and actresses playing Superman and Lois, it's not the same Superman. This is in a different part of the multiverse where there aren't even other superheroes. It's its own thing. The first 2 seasons of Superman and Lois are on HBO. Thank you. Aggressively Relaxing for the win. That is a dope cover. Definitely. So this new Doom Patrol, we've got some of the most familiar faces. You got Rita, you got Robot Man, Negative Man there, and we also have a lot of new characters. Crazy Jane is in here, and we saw this kind of kickstart in one of the little mini stories that was inside of the Lazarus Planet event. So the whole concept behind this, from what I understand going into it, is that Lazarus event that happened with the rain from the Lazarus pits falling on everyone caused a lot of heroes to have changed abilities, same with the villains, but also it affected normal people as well, giving them powers, and we don't want them falling through the cracks. They're going to be scared. They're not going to know where to go, this, that, and the third. And the Doom Patrol, this seems to be looking to bring them in, to look out for them, to take care of them, to give them a sense of purpose, safety, a home, whatever. So this will be touching on that. I don't know how long they're going to lean into that and then kind of get off onto their own thing, their own story. But I'm definitely excited for it. It's been a while since we've had a Doom Patrol series. So last time we really saw them was inside of the pages of like World's Finest 1, 2, and 3, I believe. So it's, yeah, the artwork in it looks really good. It's the same thing you see on the cover there. It kind of fits the style and the characters really well. So we'll see how it goes. We'll give it the old college try. I'm hoping that it'll be one that I'll be able to hang on to for a while and stick with. But we'll see. It's up to the writer to write good enough stories to get my money. Brendan Fraser and Matt Bomer were my favorite in Doom Patrol. Yeah, Brendan played Robot Man and Matt played Negative Man. It's just that that show is pretty good. It is outrageous. It is absolutely outrageous. You got to have thick skin and a sense of humor to stick with it for a long time. Do you think this version of Lois and Clark will seem campy and dated in 20 years like the Hatcher Kane version? Blasphemy on you. I've actually been rewatching the new adventures of Superman, Lois and Clark, the old one from the 90s. And there's some campy stuff to it, but it's absolutely gold. And I don't think the new one will age like that at all. I think it'll have a lot more years in it because it's not handled campy. Or that, like, Lois and Clark was meant to be comical in a lot of instances. It was meant to be tongue in cheek in a lot of instances. This is not like that at all. This is taken very seriously. It takes itself very, very seriously. My favorite part of Superman and Lois is when someone strong hits Clark. He always gets up with that same look I have when a grocery bag spilling everything. Just Rescue's Time Traveler Diane Guerrero has been amazing on Doom Patrol. Hey, Scott, he rarely looks hurt, just frustrated with how his day is going. Yeah. The writer of Doom Patrol, Dennis Culver, came on the Bada Boom podcast. Dude, that's fire. Very cool. Probably saw him in Orlando at a horror convention in 2006, and he was pretty old then. Wow, that's pretty cool to think if that was like the original actor. Because what is that? God, that was 1940s, right, when that came out. I'm assuming it was like mid to early 40s. I could be wrong. But to be rocking at cons, like horror conventions, like 70 years later, that's impressive. Like, kudos to him. Kudos to him. Gary says that Gotham Knights show is not the greatest show. What do you guys think? So we like went in depth on it, but the production is low, the quality is low. It feels very CW teeny, but the Court of Owls has got me hooked already. Like, that's enough to get me to watch it. And like, I put it in the context, like, I'm a Power Ranger fan. I grew up with the Power Rangers. I like the Power Rangers. I can still watch the Power Rangers, so I can take the corny, campy cheesiness and put it on a separate shelf and just look at the story kind of thing. I'm having to do that for Gotham Knights. So I don't think it's something that I would recommend to anyone else, but at the moment, I'm going to see where it goes. But we'll see. Just getting ready for work. I'm sorry. This is my last off day till after the Masters tournament is over. It's going to be a long run, so I'm really trying to live up today. What is going on? Aurora Rose Snake. I think I said that right. Or Aurora Rose. I mean, I'm sorry. That's a tough one. I'm so sorry. I'll be skipping Gotham Knights. Yeah, say if you're ever mad at yourself, check it out. It's not the best, but I am enjoying it enough to continue it. Yeah, I agree with TM there. You have to be pretty forgiving. If you're pretty forgiving with stuff like aggressive, he could watch it. He'll love it. I was going to check out Gotham. You're going to love it. I promise. You love everything. You see through all of anything's faults. It's a true gift that you have, aggressive. Good morning, Mad Respect is in the building. All right, next book up we got to move a little quicker here. Stargirl, The Lost Children, number 5 of 6, the penultimate issue of Jeff, John, and Todd Knox miniseries that they're doing that's tied into the new Golden Era stuff here at DC. We've had the Justice Society book as well as this, and this has been interesting. We got the big reveal of who's really pulling the strings in the last issue, which was a major plot twist. It was a huge deal, so I'm excited to dive in here and see where they're going to take it. The premise of this whole story is a lot of forgotten sidekicks all throughout time are being gathered on this island by this character you see there, the Childminder, who's like a bird lady kind of thing, and they don't know why they are yet. And that's going to probably be revealed in this issue, being that, we got the big reveal of who the bad guy is. But Stargirl was pretty much discovering all this stuff by tracking down a missing kid, and the whole island is a trap in itself. The artwork's cool. They play with a bunch of different elements with Golden Age characters, but introducing brand new sidekicks and kind of retconning them as like forgotten remnants of the past. So you can see what looks like familiar characters. You can kind of like tie some of these people into their Golden Age counterparts if you're familiar with some of them. But it's definitely cool. I'm definitely enjoying it. And if you have the DC Universe Infinite app, they put it on there like a week ahead of time. It's a digital first release, so that's definitely a little bonus as well if you have time to read ahead. I know that Travis read it. TM read it last week, I am sure. And this right here is not true at all. Love you, Kyle, but that is nah. Peacemaker's my jam. Peacemaker's my jam. Yeah, there we go. No way. Peacemaker is definitely better than Doom Patrol. I know there's a lot of taste involved in what you like or not. Peacemaker was fire. Let's see. Time travel. The newest season of Doom Patrol was a train wreck. Yeah, a lot of people were saying that about the newest one. I heard. That season 3 was rushed out too because of what was happening in the world at the time of the pandemic. Hopefully, when it comes back for the second half, if the season it finishes strong, we'll see. We know that Titans is about to be coming back for that second half, and man, I didn't even watch all the stuff that they dropped with that first half. I'm the way, Mark, to see where Gotham Knights is going with Court of Owls. Yeah, I'm definitely interested. The talent is really cool. So next up, we have Revenge of the Gods. It says Revenge of the Gods, but it's pronounced Revenge, and it's best served cold. I wish they wouldn't have put this Lazarus Planet header on here. I think that they, like, marketing wise, are like, this is a good idea. People will pick it up because of that. I think it's going to run people off. This has no real direct ties to it. That's like, you might as well put a Lazarus Planet tag on Doom Patrol or anything else. But this is actually really fun so far. I read issue 1. I read the Wonder Woman tie-in digitally last week, which was phenomenal, by the way. Definitely check that out if you're a Wonder Woman fan, or if you're keeping up with this at all. You need that Wonder Woman issue. It was not a throwaway issue. It pretty much was issue 2, but you got the Wizard Shazam, and you have Hera, all-out war on humanity, trying to reclaim the Earth for the old gods. And it's not just the Greek god and the Wizard Shazam. Gods of all walks of life all across the world are coming back and attacking all at the same time. And we haven't seen Captain Marvel yet, but we got him teased in that first issue. We were reminded the character is in this, in that Wonder Woman tie-in. So now we'll see what he's up to. They have this mysterious character called the Stranger who's bouncing all around all these different players and assisting with the events happening, and keeps kind of giving us more information on how he's kind of seems like he's OP. Seems like he's super powerful. He held off an entire horde of demons from Hades by himself, using a bow and arrow, a sword, throwing like little knives out, and like held him off and told Wonder Woman, he's got this. You go do your thing. I'll catch up with you later. He can clearly traverse time and space super fast. So we don't know if he's one of the old gods working against the gods to help out mankind, or who he is yet, or what. But I'm definitely excited to see who it's going to be. I appreciate that. I felt bad. I feel bad when I mispronounce people's names on here. Yeah, I at least love the Court of Owls deal. Yeah, that angle is super cool. I can, like I said, I can forgive a lot of it just to kind of see where it goes. Love Peacemaker, absolutely. Peacemaker, Doom Patrol are fun, but they are no Legends of Tomorrow. Legends started so fun, man. Rip Hunter is such a cool character. Peacemaker is the bomb. Revenge of the Gods has thankfully got me involved with Wonder Woman books, and that's exactly what I said. So, like, myself and Sector 2815 put up a video on his channel once a week called DC Comics Deep Dive, and we did it on Dark Crisis. And now we're focusing on the Lazarus Planet stuff, so we're doing it on Revenge of the Gods right now. And I pointed out how, like, over the years, like, I dive into Wonder Woman here or there, but it's never really keeps me there. And then having this event has got me into the Wonder Woman stuff, and the lore is just fun right now with what they're presenting for this story. And we know, like, in just a couple months here, they're going to be taking the book to that landmark 800 issue. Then they're going to be coming out with an issue number 1 after that instead of an issue 801, and Tom King will be taking over the book. So that's another divisive writer, but I'll be adding Wonder Woman to my pool list going in blind. Not even going to test the water, just throw it on there. Supposed to be getting into like some kind of espionage angle with it, you know. She's been there in the past, so let's see what Tom King does with her taking her there. I'm at work, thought I'd drop in to say hi. I definitely appreciate that, Comiverse. I hope you're having a good day. Heading to work, hashtag DC. If I win, I will prize tag someone. What is going on? Alan is here. It's Alan, the comic Viking. What's up, brother? You're not supposed to be on the YouTubes. That's not my rule. That's Alan's rule. Y'all know I strongly dislike Peacemaker. Just a difference in taste and a difference in quality. Take it easy, Alan. Bye. Boo, 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 boo. People saying bye, bye, bye. Someone who is now reading Wonder Woman, we're going to have to pick these first 2 up for sure. For sure. Definitely. This is like, this is probably the biggest stuff going on. I can't imagine what's going like on in the main title, being that it's now tied in. But, you know, I think we have one more tie-in issue for this event in the pages of Wonder Woman. Then we'll see where it goes after that. But yeah, people saying, hey, blah, 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 blah. Watching this while I'm at work. Shh, don't tell my boss. That'll be our secret. Use headphones is my recommendation. I posted that comment so that I can get the sound bite up from Mark saying he didn't like the Peacemaker. Yeah, that'll work. Next book up. Everyone knows better, Kyle. Detective Comics issue number 1070. Man, Ron V has been doing a really good job on this. I know this isn't going to be everybody's taste because of the pacing and style of it, but kind of what Philip Kennedy Johnson did when he did that War World saga with Superman. He didn't intend to do a quick 3-4 issue story arc flip. He wanted it to be something that can build, can simmer, can actually be an in-depth story. And that's what he's doing with this whole Noctura run here. That's like the overarching theme name of it. And it's like the whole concept is you have the Arkhams, the Waynes, they're established families in Gotham, but how far back do the Arkhams go? And apparently they go way far back to the point that their names are even the Orgams. And they're coming back in to reestablish themselves in Gotham. And they have mystic arts that they dabble in and deal with. And they're taking over Gotham by force in the shadows. And they're pretty much created a brainwashed army of soldiers. They have characters that are like Lycans on their team and stuff. And in the Lazarus Planet event, we were introduced to this band of 3 individuals that had different varying degree of abilities that we're not sure of yet that came to Gotham called the Vigil. We don't know who they are or what their deal is yet, but they told Red Hood to stay out of their way, that they're not the enemy. So they're hitting the book proper with this issue. You can see their insignias up here next to Oracle. So I'm excited to see what's up with them. They're completely original characters. They first appeared in that Lazarus Planet one-shot, but now we're getting them proper in here. And we'll see where it goes. Like I said, I've been enjoying this. I've been enjoying the pacing, the tone of it all. So yeah. And there's on the back of these, they all have the advertisement for the Doom that came to Gotham. That's the brand new DC animated film that's out today. It is an Elseworlds title, so you don't have to pick it up to keep up with their connected universe stuff. But I went by the store yesterday to do a supply run for my job, and they actually had 1 copy sitting on the shelf out of place. So I picked mine up yesterday. So I'll hopefully watch that sometime today or tomorrow. One of the two, we'll see. We shall see. Priceless. I love you, Kyle. Gary Woods. I hope your boss isn't on here. Yeah, ask him to hop in the comment section and come join the show with us. I'm not a fan of Tom King's writing from a little of what I've read. Most people are excited for his upcoming Wonder Woman run. Is he good at writing female voices? I would argue that he's just a good writer, period. I don't know anything of his that I read that I'm like, this is trash. Like, whether not like referring to like where the story goes. I know like one of the biggest blunders is Heroes in Crisis for him, because a lot of people were just not happy with what was going on with Wally West in context of the character. But the quality of his writing, I think, is just fantastic. He's currently doing Danger Street. He's taking all the first issue special characters and putting them to a narrative together and having it narrated through the perspective of the Helm of Naboo, which is phenomenal. There's numerous female characters on there that he writes just fine. He's done Strange Adventures that had numerous female characters that he balanced just fine. You had Mr. Miracle with Bard in there. I don't see any problem at all with the female characters. And even in Heroes in Crisis, that was one of my favorite books. If you like Harley, that's one of my favorite books with Harley, because her and Booster Gold having to try to solve their way through the day together was just phenomenal for me. I love that dynamic so much. Yep, I have that Detective Comics in my pool ever since Mariko Tamaki was writing it. Yeah, Mariko did a really good job. I'm not surprised that Mariko did a good job, but that was just a great time on Detective, especially when they were doing the what was it called, Shadow of the Bat, the 12-issue weekly event where you had Rodriguez on the covers too. That was great. And then you had Ivan Reis on the interior, so like triple win with that one. Yeah, Mariko did miss the ball with her One Bad Day Two-Face, though. That was just a waste of an issue. That's great, Kyle. Recently, when that lady was let go from Marvel and people covered it in live shows, I kept getting them to say that executive of executives, Oliver Klosoff, was taking her position. Love the detective trade dress nowadays. Yeah, it looks fantastic, doesn't it? It almost looks like a neon sign on this one too. That looks great. Yeah, just a couple more books and we'll run that giveaway here in just a little bit, y'all. Have y'all seen that Perillo Vampirella cover? I don't know which one you're referring to. I did look at a Perillo Captain Marvel variant they did for the Shazam movie. Almost picked that up today to give away, but went with the Zerdy. What is going on, Tito the Alien? Next book up. This one's back from hiatus, and with only 3 issues left counting this one, we have Dark Knights of Steel by Tom Taylor. This has been wild. These breaks that we've had in the midst of this has completely killed it, destroyed its momentum. If you were waiting to trade read it, obviously you weren't affected, but people who read these things on a monthly basis that have to suffer through these extended hiatuses, it really kills the momentum. It takes the piss out of it. And not for me personally. Like it does definitely bring my hype level down. I still read it, and I'm typically blown away by each issue of this and just shocked. They get you with the crazy turns and stuff you never see coming. But in terms of like talking about a book and the shop talk and trying to keep up with it, the whole social aspect and the water cooler talk of comic books, which is a thing, like they got to consider that when they're reading these. Like, if you release these on proper schedule, more people will stay excited about them and stay in the book, and you'll sell more copies. People will talk more about it to other people. It's just, I hate that it has these breaks. But that last issue before we went on break, they gave us the big reveal. We've been thinking that Supergirl went and killed all these people and all this and that, and Kal-El's mom is a savage that killed Wonder Woman's mom and all this crazy stuff. And I called it from issue 2. I called it, and I was 100% right. We have Martians in play now. It's one of those Elseworld titles where everybody is recognizable, but are done in a way that you've never seen them done before. It's like Game of Thrones DC. So it's pretty wicked. I'm enjoying this. Tom Taylor, who writes Deceased, Nightwing, John Kent, he's on it, so you know the quality is definitely there. Geez, that book is slow. Yeah, yes, it is. Which book are you talking about? Slow to release? For Detective Comics main cover, so good, much better than the variant. I don't even check the variants on those. I know for a while, God, during that Mariko run, Lee Bermejo was doing all the variants, and what was really cool was like when he came to an end with his time on those variants, they did a prestige format black label of all of his variants with limited dialogue that connected all of them like a story. It was amazing. I think it was called Batman True Detective or Dark Detective, something like that. It was just a one shot, but it was prestige format. I like the Elseworlds it has built. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Loader says, I feel like DC has Tom focusing mostly on Superman and Nightwing. I'm sure a lot of his current energy is going into the Titans title because of its Dark Knight suffers. Yeah, that makes sense. He's doing a lot. We got one more issue of Deceased before that wraps up. 3 more of Dark Knights of Steel. Like you said, Nightwing, New Adventures of John Kent. The brand new Titans coming. The dude's busy. I hope they don't overextend him because he's been like hitting home runs since I first really dove into his stuff back in the New 52 when he did Earth 2. Couple comics in the building. What is happening? Why in every Detective Comics issue they limit ROM V content to 50% only to keep the rest for unrelated backup stories is beyond me, but it's so frustrating. They do that in numerous books. Your main flagship titles, Batman, Superman, Action Detective, you have a regular size comic and then a small backup story. If you were to remove the backup story, you still get 28 pages of regular comic, just like with this one. Superman Action Comics still has 28 pages of regular Action Comics by Philip Kennedy Johnson, but then it has backup story for Lois and Clark 2, as well as Power Girl Reborn. Now, Lois and Clark 2 is a continuation from the 30th anniversary that they did, where the first appearance of Doombreaker. But yeah, this has been dope. We have Juiced Up Metallo, who has an orphan box technology merged with him from Warworld that Luthor put there, taking on the newly reformed Super Family. Over there in the flashback story with Lois and Clark, you have young John Kent getting chased down and Doombreaker re-evolving and coming and tracking them down on his own. We don't know. He showed up to the farmhouse with only Lois home. We don't know if he's there to help or hurt. But this guy who does these covers, Steve Beach, he has quickly become one of my favorite cover artists in modern times. The way that he depicts Superman, I think he jumped on at like 1047 or 1046, something like that. But his covers are phenomenal. They're just, the way he draws them, it always has like this air of like George Reeve and Christopher Reeve mixed together. I love the cloth look to his suit. Just, man, I'm a sucker for painted art though, like Alex Ross, Joe Jusko, stuff like that. It's just wild. And we got one more book, and then we'll draw to see who wins the giveaway today. I'm excited to do that. The backup stories have been solid, except for Power Girls. Yeah, so I do think that Superman and Lois has been great. Now, the Power Girl one has been a little tamer, I think, with that last issue, because what it is we have Omen and Power Girl. She got hit with Lazarus Rain, so she has like telepathic abilities now. So for her to get experience using them, they have her trying to sit down and help with some of the therapy stuff with her peers. We saw her work with Gar, who was kind of stuck in animal form. And then we saw her go into Supergirl in the last issue, who's her counterpart from this Earth, because Power Girl is just Supergirl from Earth 2 that no longer exists. But while they were in there, they found out that these characters aren't suffering just from random stuff that they need help with. It's actually an attack on these people to get to Power Girl. So they actually introduced the potential to a heel, to a villain, to an actual plot narrative in that last one. So I think that this one will really determine if I want to continue reading those backup stories. I like Power Girl, but I don't like boring stories. And so now, depending on what they do, now that we know that someone's actually targeting Power Girl and trying to get to her through other people's psyches, we'll see what's up with it. It'll be pretty cool. Hopefully. Shop, my man, love the artwork. Yeah, dude, Shop's art project is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Beach's cover artist of the year so far for me. Yeah, dude, he's putting in some good work for sure. I love my Superman one with John Kent that I won. You were right, Mark. Yeah, it was such a good read, dude. It was so good. I think, yeah, not this week, not today. Next Tuesday, we'll be getting issue 2. Boom, bang. Issue 2 comes out next week. I'm very excited for that. Very, very excited for that. You're welcome, buddy Adam. That I won yet. Everybody has been kind of meh on Power Girl backup story, but God, the art is phenomenal on hers. Yeah, I like those soft pastel colors that they're using on it. The Unstoppable Doom Patrol has a scratch-off cover of Crazy Jane. It does. It does. Looking in the mirror and everything is pretty wild. I forgot that was a scratch-off. I should have picked one of those up too. When did Superman become good again? I'm loving what they're... Oh, dude. Superman has been crushing it. Like last year, he took over. So right, it was at the end of 2021. Philip Kennedy Johnson took over Action Comics right behind Bendis. He took over Action and Superman. And he was writing both titles for a few issues. And then Tom Taylor came in and picked up Superman right before they sent Clark off to Warworld. Now, Warworld event happened all inside of the pages of Action Comics. He was literally off-world, which left John Kent on Earth with just Lois to have to step up to the plate and fill his father's boots while he was gone. And when he had to do that, that's when they came out with the comic Superman John Kent, or Superman Son of Kal-El #1. And that ran for 18 issues. I think it ran for 18 issues. And in issue 17 is when Clark came back from Warworld, and they timed out Action and Superman for these things to happen at the same time. And then you had the big Action Comics 1050 was a big jumping on point celebration thing, and really 1051, because 1050 was one of those numerous writers and artists on the book kind of thing. So really, it's been good for a long time. They've been really pushing Superman to put him back at the forefront of their brand. I mean, it's DC. Everybody loves Batman. Everybody knows Batman. Cool. Don't care. Superman is your flagship character. If Superman is not your flagship character, you're doing stuff wrong with your brand. He is the penultimate beacon of what it means to be a superhero. He is what every other superhero should strive to be. Whether they reach it or not doesn't matter. He's the poster child of the genre itself. So they've been really pushing to get him back up there, and it shows between Action being great. John Kent's books have been crushing it. They've just been fantastic. This month alone, they announced the brand new Steelworks title with John Henry Irons. We've got the Adventures of Superman John Kent running. We've got the Superboy miniseries that's coming out from the Red Robin voting thing that they did last year. And then on top of that, we just got Superman Lost started, which is Christopher Priest's writing, which is a 12-issue maxi series. So they're really, really pushing Superman, and all of it is hitting somehow. It's all landing at the moment. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just kind of curious. Why are people so high on the Power Girl character? So high on her? What do you mean? High or hard? High? High. Clarification, please. I need some clarification. They have definitely done it right with Superman. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Her boobs, Gary. Super facts. Yeah. So last book up, and they mentioned it earlier. C. Bizzle mentioned it. It's that DC Black Label first issue of Waller versus Wildstorm in that gorgeous, gorgeous prestige format. And I cannot tell you how bad I want to open this up and show you all these interiors. I don't do spoilers on this show, though. But here's the back cover, which is an inside panel. So you have Sentinel there from Wildstorm. But look at the pencil work on that. And when I tell you the interiors are vibrant, like, I might just show you one page. Get a page where it's not going to ruin any story context. Well, it's going to ruin it because there's like characters everywhere in this. Man, I'm not going to do it. If you want to see how amazing this looks, go pick it up. Check it out on the DC app when it drops. Highly, the art. Y'all want to see one page? If you don't want to see an interior page, look away. But if you want to see one, here it comes in 3, 2, 1. Yo, we've got image characters galore in here with our boy Deathstroke doing the Lord's work. Tell me that's not a Suicide Squad team you never thought you would see. So it's safe to look back at the screen if you're trying to avoid it. But yeah, this is gonna be a blast. I think it's 3 or 4 issues. Yes, Norton, yes, and more. Not just that team, but and more. Lois Lane is the hottest woman in the Superman family, in my opinion. That's a fair bet. You got numerous ones in there, and I don't think it's even appropriate to say most of them because I don't even know how they're drawn how they're drawn, but I don't know how old they're supposed to be. Artists damn sure don't draw people to look the same age, that's for sure. But I'm definitely Team Lois as well. I know that Power Girl is definitely older. She is an older version of Kara. So let's get on to the giveaway. People start throwing in that hashtag DC into the comment section. Nothing crazy, just hashtag DC. And we'll see who's going to win that giveaway today. Wondering why she is so popular to so many people. But I guess boobs does make sense. For me, it's her ties to the JSA. I'm a huge fan of the Justice Society of America. And that's her. She's like super. If you enjoy Supergirl as a character, which I do, it's hard not to enjoy Power Girl even more because Supergirl is already a tragic character. She has a backstory very similar to Cal, like she lost her entire planet, but she was older when she lost it, and she lost it twice because she lived on Argo City for a while before she lost that. Now imagine Power Girl lost her planet and her people again. Then she makes it to Earth 2, then she loses the entirety of Earth 2 in Crisis. Like she's just an older, more damaged version of Supergirl that has overcome more. She's got more of an attitude because of it. She's gruffer. She doesn't have the patience like Kara has. Kara has this very altruistic, loving heart, while Power Girl has these fists that are going to get flying if you don't straighten up. That's my thing with her. Hell yes, I hope this becomes canon. I assume you're talking about this. Say the Waller Wildstorm thing set in the past, which is like really the coolest part of it. It's like set in, I don't know if it's supposed to be the late 70s or early 80s, but there's still like remnants of the Cold War that still exists. And you have this faction here in America of Checkmate led by Sentinel of Wildstorm. And they're targeting this Russian organization that's doing something and they need to go shut it down. And when they get there, they find this very highly capable woman who is helping assist them with whatever their project is. And that woman is none other than Amanda Waller, which is cool because it puts the timeline right, because we all know that Amanda Waller first was introduced in Legends #1 in 1987, I believe it was. And the first time we saw her was in the White House talking to President Reagan. So this puts it before then. She's younger and it's before then. So maybe this is going to be the events that gets her the spotlight that she needed by the American government to bring her in to work for America, where she ultimately will use her influence and her skill set as being just a dangerous SOB to get to form the proper Suicide Squad that we know today. So there's a lot of possibilities with this one. They can do a lot of cool stuff with it. I'm excited to see if they actually go that far. Spencer Ackerman is the writer on it. Evan I can't say his name. Narcisse is doing some interiors. I know that Jorge Fornes is doing the covers. I wish he was doing the interiors. I love his artwork. He does a lot of work with Tom King as well. He did the Rorschach book. That has nothing to do with Rorschach. And he also is doing the Danger Street book, which is, I'm loving Danger Street. Absolutely loving it. Lois is MILF mad. Respect. People still saying, hey, get those hashtag DCs in there. Let me get this. It's already collecting the comments. It's up to 28. I guess I need to go and pull it in here. Share screen. Giveaway tool, share screen. So let that collect for a minute. We got 34 people watching on my end that I see. There's 28 entries that it's picked up so far. So if you're one of the 5 people that hasn't got your entry yet, be sure to pop that bad boy in there. And I'll show you the book off one more time. What we got here. This is Unstoppable Doom Patrol issue #1. And this is the Nathan Zerdy variant. So that's a really dope cover. You can see how huge Rita is just there sitting in the lake was what it appears like. You got a little tugboat behind her. You got another one of the characters there on her shoulder, which I believe is going to be one of the newer characters. I don't recognize that character myself. I think she appears on the A cover. Let's see. Yeah, she also appears on the A cover there. So we got a couple characters on there. I think it's really dope how the boat down there looks and the person is looking up at her. It's super cool cover. Figure, brand new series. It's an issue number 1. It's a cool cover, so you get a little bit of everything on this one. Giant ladies make me smile. Fantastic. Fantastic. Well, we got one right here. Hello, SMOM 2. How are you doing today? Good to see you in here. Thank you so much, Kyle. Reminding you, if you have not already, hit that like button. I would definitely appreciate it. With the eternal battle against the YouTube algorithm, I've been doing pretty decent these days against it. I've been doing a lot of the YouTube shorts, just adding my toy collection to my channel, where I don't do post editing and stuff like that. I got 3 kids and a business to run. I ain't got time to have to edit content. So I'm a one take kind of person. So the toys, close-ups and stuff, I just really never saw an avenue to be able to bring that to the channel. So the YouTube Shorts has made that possible, and that's really brought a lot of new traction and people over. And I've been seeing people popping up in the chat that I first discovered from them commenting and watching on the short. So I definitely appreciate that. And yeah, so let's get ready to spin this. Love seeing the McFarlane rug. I appreciate that. And what's crazy is, like, I have a lot of McFarlane figures, but it's, I mean, it's a lot now, but I really just buy the movie figures with very rare exception. But I have more Marvel Legends than anything, because I was collecting Marvel Legends back in the day when they were Toy Biz, like all the Build-A-Figures up to a certain point. And I kind of stopped somewhere along the way. But I got multiple totes of toys from when I was a kid, old superpower toys. You know how McFarlane just did the Michael Keaton Batmobile for the Flash movie set, which I ordered all of those. I just did not get to order the Batwing. I was not expecting that. That was a surprise drop when they went on pre-sale, and it's $250. It's crazy. But I've got my original Batmobile from, I think it was from the '89 movie. I know I have like the Batboat from my Batman Returns Batboat that he drove in the sewers. I have all that stuff still from when I was a kid. It's Beast Girl. That cover is immediately iconic. What is going on, 22 Comics? How are you today? I'm starting my own action figure line. That's pretty cool. Have you made any yet? Have you got any details or stuff, progress along the way where you've posted any of it? See you tonight, Mark. If you have time, yeah, I'll definitely try to be there, Kyle. It just all depends on what time I get back from dropping Emma off. I have to drive my oldest daughter back home into another state. I live in Augusta, Georgia, so we're kind of share the river with South Carolina. She lives over the river. I live on this side of the river. So Tuesdays are soccer day for my son. It's his first year playing soccer. So my oldest comes and she helps out with the team and everything. She gets dropped off here in about an hour. And then every night, get done with soccer, eat dinner, then I have to spend like an hour and a half or so driving her home. So if I make it home in time, I'll be happy to jump on. I enjoy hanging out with you, Kyle. Yeah, they have payment plans for Batmobile and Batwing. Yeah, I don't do payment plans. I refuse to be in anybody's pocket. I'm a cash and carry kind of guy. But yeah, I was able just to buy. I just bought the 6-figure set for the movie. You have Flash, Batman, Supergirl, and Dark Flash, and then the Batmobile I got as well. That thing was $60. That's all it was. And it's like this freaking big, scaled for 7-inch figures. And then on top of that, it's sold out like that. And it's reselling for a lot more already. What is going on, 23 Monk? How are you today? Be sure to put that hashtag DC in. We are about to get ready to spin it. It's up to 30 entries. Hey to people just popping in. 23, good to see you. Oh, I missed that second rhyme up. Think you'd love the idea. Are you on Instagram, Canadian Survivalist? I'd be interested to check it out to see what you got going on. I need to be sure to follow you if you're over on Instagram. But yeah, let's pull this back up and this one, right? This one? Yeah, that's good enough, right? There it is. That's what I was looking for. Gary said, I love your show, Mark. You definitely my DC can. I appreciate that, man. I'm appreciating the fact that more and more people are looking to get some information or to share in their fandom of DC. When I first got on here, I felt like I was the only one. Like I would talk with just a very few people. But the longer I'm on YouTube, the more I'm seeing more and more people finding DC, and people along the way, like Brother John's Comics right there, Paul Cook. There's just some fantastic longtime lovers of DC. And dude, I like the fact that we can come here and share in that fandom. Everyone talks Marvel. Everyone talks about the hot indie books of the week, this and that. And I love Marvel characters. Cannot tell you that I love Marvel comics these days. Very select few that I still have on my pull list, and they come and go pretty fast. But I've just always loved these DC characters. They're bigger than me and bigger than anything inside of comics for me. I just love that godlike aspect of them. That is modern day mythology, and I can't get enough of it. And the quality of them come and go over time. They wanes and flows, but I'm DC through and through. It's my number one love when it comes to comic books. And I don't mind showing it and sharing it. All right, y'all ready to spin this thing? Yeah, DC should be paying me by this point. They should be giving me like some kind of royalty check for advertising or something. All right, let's spin this bad boy. So today, the new DC Day winner, Unstoppable Doom Patrol by Nathan Zerdy. Winner is going to be, and this is free shipping in the U.S., and to channel members outside of the U.S., you got to chip in and pay the difference for shipping. William Wilson, boom, huge congrats. I think you're pretty newer to the channel. I remember you sharing out the giveaway and everything. I don't know if you were following my old Instagram or not. My old page that had over 3,000. I think it had close to 3,500 followers when it got like locked me out and had to start from scratch. So I don't know who followed me beforehand, but I'm still following a lot of people back from the olden days. But I know that I recognize you from a couple of weeks ago. So be sure to hit me up on IG, shoot me your address, and we'll get that out to you. I ship out on Tuesdays. If it's the first time anyone hearing this, I only ship out on Tuesdays. It's the one day a week that I make it to the post office. But yeah, the Masters is next week, so hopefully I'll be able to ship out. If not, I'll find a way to get it out next Tuesday. But yeah, I appreciate everybody watching. The show went definitely longer than normal today. I try to keep it shorter so that it can be rewatched. But big shout out to Johnny Five Alive, who's in the chat now as well. Appreciate you, my friend, and everything you do to help support the channel. KBDM, what is going on, my friend? I hope everybody has a good day. I'm about to jump off of here and get ready for the kids to show up, which means I'm about to go sit on my butt and watch Avatar 2 in Ultra HD. I hope everybody has a great day. Get out to your shop, support them, pick up some books, hit that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Check out that cool video I posted yesterday. And until next time, as always, I'm Mark, but we are Legion.